In my work, I spend most of my time helping people navigate trauma, focusing on balancing the brain through either talk therapy or clinical medication management. But long before I was a clinician, I was a mother, a woman, a sister, a daughter, trying to survive a house that had gone quiet due to the sting of death. When you lose a loved one in death, there is an emptiness, an unexplainable, hollowed out feeling, like someone has come and literally scooped out a physical piece of your own reality and left a void in your chest. 10 years ago, when my stepfather died, I lived in that void for 2 days. I wasn't just sad. I wasn't just empty. I was confused. He had always been a phone call away, and now it was quiet. It was silent. And I was uncertain. Now he was gone, or so I thought. On the second day, that silence became loud. I heard my name. It wasn't just a feeling or a memory popping into my head. It was a physical, audible sound that I heard in the doorway of my bedroom. It said, "Hey, Sharon. Hey, old girl." I actually got up and I walked to the door. I looked down the hallway. I looked in the dining room. There was nobody there. I looked in the living room. It was nobody there, so I went to the door. I opened the door and I said, "Oh, surely he has got to be outside. I know that I heard him call my name." I opened the door, looked out, and he was not there. He wasn't there in the flesh, but that emptiness, that void, that confused feeling, it went away. I realized then that he had not stopped talking to me. He had not stopped communicating with me. He just changed his frequency. And now I had to learn how to listen differently so I could hear. In my work, I see people every day who are stuck in a pattern of their past for whatever reason. Their brains are literally stuck, looking and longing for what is no longer there. It reminds me of something Dr. Joe Dispenza wrote in his book, Becoming Supernatural, how common people are doing the uncommon. He talks about the present moment and says something that bridges the gap between my own training and my faith. He said, "Where you place your attention is where you place your energy." Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. So think about that for a moment. When we lose someone by way of the transition called death, our minds force us to focus on the known, on our present physical reality, the empty chair, the silence, the unanswered phone calls, the empty side of the bed, the absence. We pour all of our energy into that emptiness, and that is why grief can make us feel so physically exhausted. But when we shift our attention towards the energy and love of our family, friends that have transitioned, we can actually rewire our brain to feel and to hear. Remember back in the day, we had the radio station and we actually had to turn the knob to get a clear sound. It was static, so we turn a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, a little bit back to the left, and clarity. We are not making it up to feel better. Those of us who have these experiences, we are simply changing our own frequency to receive communication from the spirit world. This is in harmony with the fifth principle of spiritualism, where it says in part, we affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact. For years, I thought this kind of communication was a rare gift for a chosen few. But today, I understand the anatomy of the brain, and I'm learning more and more about the mind and what my own spirit and my own faith has taught me. Connecting with our loved ones after the change called death, it is a divine quality of who we are, all of us. It's in each and every one of us, this ability. I'd like you to reach into that envelope that you have and pull out the stone. Hold it in your hand. Squeeze it. This is not emptiness. This is not air. It's not sand or dust that flows between your fingers and blows away. It is a rock, a quartz stone. It has weight. It's solid and you can feel it right now. This represents the reality of your loved ones. They are not drifting away. They are not caught in between and stuck in nothingness. They are the smell of vanilla. They are the perfume that she used to wear, the cologne that he used to wear. They are a cool breeze on a hot day. They are the sun rays that come through the clouds and make you smile on a dark day when you feel you have no reason to. They are holding you up when you feel like you are about to fall. They call your name and they bring you back to reality when you are confused. I am not here to sell or tell you a theory. It is a scientific fact. I'm telling you what I know from my own life and the lives of many people that I come in contact with on a daily basis. 10 years ago, I heard my stepfather call my name, but when I went to the front door, he was not there. I walked away from that door knowing that I don't have to wait until I transition in death to communicate with him again. Keep the stone in your pocket. When the world feels too heavy, or when that void or that emptiness gets so weighty, touch the stone. Let it remind you that you are supported, that their love and their presence is as real as the air that you are breathing. You are not walking alone. Listen for your name and have faith and live your life not in the shadow of their death, but in the power of their eternity.